This is the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
You're inside Jamaica Magazine.
Encouraging the information flow, sharing the news and views you need to know.
We are building an informed Jamaica every day.
Listening to what you say.
Hi there, I'm Stacey Ann Smith and you are inside Jamaica Magazine. Coming up, official funeral for Professor Rex Nettleford. Health sector job evaluation and reclassification exercise completed. More water rationing for the corporate area. And the Prime Minister brings comfort to a young cancer patient. The news in detail right after this break.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Radio.
We'll have cargo materials and house matters in our features package.
And now the news and Kevin Clark. Research and publications. Television.
It's Wednesday, October 28th. We've got a hot Jamaica Magazine.
Welcome to another edition of
Editorial and photography. Public relations.
It is set to be the driving force of the agency.
All this and more in one place. 4 divisions, 15 departments.
The largest organization of its kind in Jamaica and I dare say in the English-speaking Caribbean.
One strategic objective.
Truth. Well told.
It's the Jamaica Information Service.
The voice of Jamaica.
And now the news. Jamaicans will be saying a final farewell to Professor the Honourable Ralston Rex Nettleford on Tuesday, February 16. The government is according Professor Nettleford an official funeral, which will take place at the UWI Chapel starting at 10 a.m. A committee headed by UWI Professor Barry Shivans is in place to arrange the official funeral.
The government has taken the position that although it is an official funeral, the planning for the funeral and all other related activities will be a collaborative one which will accommodate the wishes of persons who were closely affiliated with Professor Nettleford.
Meanwhile, the University of the West Indies has planned a special tribute to celebrate and recognize the life and contribution of Professor Nettleford on February 25. The public is invited. Minister Grange says condolence books will be opened in honor of the late professor. The long-awaited job evaluation and reclassification exercise for the public health sector is complete. The Ministry of Health presented the document to health sector groups this morning. The document was circulated along with the Industrial Disputes Tribunal ruling on a dispute between the Nurses Association of Jamaica and the Ministries of Health and Finance. They could not agree on the nature of that reclassification exercise or decide whether it should be applied to all public health groups at the same time. Health Minister Rudyard Spencer says the completed document is a step in the right direction. A panel consisting of persons from the Ministries of Health and Finance, the Cabinet Office and a union representative will be set up to manage questions and comments from the health groups. The panel will be in place over the next 4 weeks. Minister Spencer says the matter will now be taken to Cabinet and an implementation date will be decided at that level. He says the groups will be advised of this shortly. Residents of Tinsbury and Enfield in St. Mary now have running water in their pipes. The Top Enfield Gallywasp water supply scheme takes the precious commodity into both communities. It was recently commissioned into service by Water and Housing Minister Dr. Horace Chang. Only 5 out of every 10 residents of rural communities currently have access to potable water. The construction of schemes such as the one at Enfield is part of the government's 3-year plan to increase access to 70%.
This morning I said marks, as indicated by the chairman of the Rural Water Supply, only one of many events we intend to have across Jamaica as we continue the program of taking water supply across the island, because we are indeed a land of wood and water.
Minister Chang says 2 other major water supply improvement projects are planned for other sections of the parish. The southeastern community of Agualta Vale is earmarked for a $170 million water supply improvement scheme. That should come on stream early in the upcoming financial year. Tighter water restrictions have been put in place for NWC customers served by the Mona and Hope water treatment plants. The National Water Commission says the water management measures must be maintained to combat prevailing drought conditions affecting a number of water supply systems, mainly in the southern parishes of the island. The Commission says dwindling inflows are not enough to meet the daily needs of all customers. A new schedule is being implemented for selected communities served by the Mona and Hope plants, detailing when they will have water supply. Those plants will continue to be shut down each night from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. In addition, the Constant Spring Treatment Plant will continue to be shut down every day from 5 p.m. to 4 a.m. People are being urged to store water and practice careful conservation of the available supplies. The NWC says from now on, trucking will only be carried out on a prioritized basis for hospitals, health centers, schools, public institutions, and communities without water for prolonged periods. Customers are also being encouraged to ensure that their methods of water collection, storage, and usage are safe and hygienic. The Office of Utilities Regulation, the OUR, is reviewing a report into recent power outages by the Jamaica Public Service Company. The OUR says it received the report at the close of business on Monday, February 8. It's being analyzed to determine if JPS needs to implement corrective measures. Recent load shedding activities disrupted electricity supply island-wide. The JPS was required to report on its load projection for February, available and reserve capacity, plant constraints and maintenance schedule, as well as any transmission or network problems. Prime Minister Bruce Golding brought comfort to a young cancer patient yesterday. 18-year-old Gary Buchanan made a plea to meet the Prime Minister and get Mr. Golding's support in his fight to survive. Health Minister Rudyard Spencer accompanied the Prime Minister as he visited young Gary at the National Chest Hospital in Kingston, where doctors brought him up to date on the teenager's condition.
I got a message from you that you wanted to see me, and therefore I tried to come as quickly as I could. And I just spoke with the doctor, so whatever it is that, all that we can do, we're going to do this. And I've told them that if there's anything that you need that is not available here, they must let the minister know right away so that we can do whatever is possible.
According to the doctors, Gary will require long-term ventilatory support and a device inserted into an artery to keep it from becoming blocked, but this has to be imported. Gary told the Prime Minister how he had to give up training as a welder at Heart NTA when he learned that he had cancer all over his body. Doctors have already amputated his arm with the hope of stopping its spread. Mr. Golding encouraged the teen not to lose hope.
I know it's tough on you, and especially a young man like you who would normally be looking forward to a long, healthy life. I know how hard it is on you. Yes. But don't give up. You're a Christian?
I'm not a Christian, but I believe in him.
But you must pray too, you know.
Yeah, pray.
Because prayer can work miracles.
Gary's mother and grandmother say they cannot afford the medical costs, and the Prime Minister was their last hope to get the level of care that could make the difference between life and death. Gary, the eldest of 7 children, has been told that he does not have much time left. In fact, he was told he has only 2 weeks to live. The cancer was first diagnosed last year, February. And those were the stories making the news today. For more information, please visit our website at www.jis.gov.jm. Stay with us. Jamaica Magazine continues.
This is my appeal, Jamaica. Give blood for real.
Give blood and give the gift of life. So safe you don't have to think twice. Do what you can for one another.
Yeah, man.
Be a hero, be a blood donor.
Yeah, me people, watch it.
Give blood
for your sister and your brother, save the life of another. You might never know.
Give blood,
'cause you know my life you love.